Hi everyone, welcome to Cindy's Sacred Garden. I'm Cindy, and on this cold, chilly Saturday, I decided I would do a video. I am going to be cutting up our Spring Soiree soap, and I kind of want to just take you through the journey of what I go through when I cut soap, and also the benefits that are available to you with the soap. I'm creating an actual line. So it's going to be facial care and the soap, which will be released next weekend. But I am so excited to take you through this journey of me going through the whole process. So basically, we have a soap cutter. We have our made soap that's in log form. We have wooden molds that my dad made for me. And while I talk to you, you're going to hear like a little musical, but I have to tighten my strings because this is what cuts through the soap. It's kind of like a cheese slicer. I used to hand cut every bar. I think it was called a Mitri box I used. But that was many, many moons ago. So I'm basically just tightening up the string. So sometimes they break while I'm cutting. Fingers crossed. That doesn't happen today. We're really excited about this soap. And I want to talk to you about the new upcoming line, Spring Soiree. The name Soiree came to me in my mind like it's the spring party version of all the flowers and the plants coming together, and to gift us some beautiful natural plant medicine from their flowers, from the sunlight that hits them, the vitamin D, just a nature's pleasant. And you guys, this might shake a little bit because of what I'm doing here. But once I start talking and stop cutting, it won't shake so much. Hopefully I can get that stabilized. So this is the process we go through. We cold process, oven process our soaps, which means that we force gel in a soponification so that our soaps are ready in about a week. Sometimes sooner, sometimes longer. It depends on your formula, your water weight, your discounts, your super fat, how much essential oil you use, and if you know what you're doing. So, as a master soap maker, I enjoy soaping. And my friend Judy came by. She's a fan of ours, and she found out why. She's like, now I know why soaping is your favorite thing to do. It was a gift that I believe was gifted to me by my son, who was killed 11 years ago. And I didn't know what to do with myself, so I sat up watching cold processing videos all night, until 3 o'clock in the morning, studying and watching and learning. And I never felt I was an artist, but boy, did I learn different. So I always thank Preston for the gift, because I believe he gifted me this gift to become a master soap maker. So I enjoy the actual house blends. Rachel and I spend hours making a blend smell the way we want it to. We look at all the characters of what goes in each blend and why. There's got to be a reason why you want to put that scent in there. If it's a, earth soap or a antibacterial soap or a calming soap, or however you design it to be, that's important. You're becoming an architect and an alchemist all together as one. So let me tell you about this before I cut it. I did a video, Rachel and I did one yesterday. We'll release it, but I wanted to take you on this one. So I did this, and let's see if you can see it. But we always create one of these for our videos, and it hangs up on a wall with any new soap we create. It's just affirmation of our time put in and the visualization of the care that we produce when we're making our soaps. So I want to talk to you about Spring Soiree. And we went out and harvested forsythia, violets, and there's a few dandelion. We didn't want to take too many dandelion flowers because that is the bees' first food of spring. And if anyone knows me well, I love my bees. So I'm not a beekeeper though. I just wanted to mention that. And we infused it in our organic high oleic sunflower oil. And you can see how beautiful yellow that is. This is going to go into a face serum. Our other jar was filled here that we used as a very large amount of the base oil for our Spring Soiree soap. And so I'm excited about that because both of them are natural anti-inflammatories, pulling out heat in like the skin, like if you have dry skin, itchy skin, even some rosacea on your face. It's amazing, these herbs combined together. You can even drink them, eat them. Of course, all three are edible. And so it's a great source of utilizing this for our own organic skin foods. While I'm cutting out, I guess I'll talk about the essential oils unless it makes too much noise. We're going to find out. So the essential oils, and you get to see how pretty this is. First cut, I'm really excited. Wait, before I cut, I got to tell you guys, it smells amazing in our magical lab. All night when Rachel left after we were done cleaning up last night, all day, it's clean, it's herbal, it's floral, it's fresh, it's healing and very calming. I was really tired when I got done soaping because one of the main ingredients is German chamomile as an essential oil in here. And it has this beautiful blue color. And I show that in the soap making process of making this soap. And, oh my gosh, it's just, this would be great for children all the way up. It doesn't matter. It would be a great bathing soap at night or in the shower. This is going to be fantastic. So I can't wait to see it. So let's do our first cut. The soap is getting a little hard. We use white clay in this soap, which helps harden the bar, but it also produces this beautiful slip. So what that means is it doesn't, some soaps are really slippery and some aren't. So when you add clay, it stops that extra, you know, when you had a soap in the shower, it goes, well, this helps stop that. And it also keeps the soap to stay longer in your soaping shower process. But guys, take a look at that. So we use beautiful colors of purple to honor the violets, and yellow for forsythia, and white, because white is usually the first flowers that you find, and then it goes to yellow. So if you've noticed that in spring, it's white, yellow, and then each part of the change, and we're going to have spring solstice coming up, equinox, I mean. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to try this. Oh, it's beautiful. So colors of your flowers, your wildflowers, is white, and then it goes to yellow. Those two tend to come out at the same time. And then you have your pinks, purples, reds. So isn't that gorgeous? Oh, purple, then pink. Sorry, I was thinking about that. Oh, I love it. We did special hanger swirl in here. I almost see a butterfly coming out of there. So this soap And the essential oil profile was to create something that reminded us of spring, that the freshness, the crisp air, the floral. There's a light floral that happens when you start embracing your flowers. Now, violets don't have a scent, guys. So if you buy, if you go online, trust me, on Amazon and try to buy a violet essential oil, it is not, they'll say it's from plant material. It is not. It smells like a fragrance. So there is one wild violet that I do believe has a scent. And it may grow up more west, but it's so priceless. As you can imagine, how many violets it would take to even produce an essential oil. It's pounds, thousands of pounds just for rose. It's just so beautiful, guys. Soft and colorful, whimsical for our spring solstice. So let me talk about the essential oils while I cut this up. So the blue chamomile is made, the blue color. So there's two types. There's Roman chamomile and German chamomile. German chamomile produces this most blue azure, I'm not saying that right, guys. Azure, color that is this really dark blue liquid from the German chamomile. Whereas with Roman chamomile, it's more a green-yellow color. So the German chamomile is really well known to use for calming and anti-inflammatory, dermatitis, insect bites, sensitive skin. It really, as you all know, chamomile is very calming. So it has that calming effect. But the scent, oh, is so sweet and warm and herbaceous. It's amazing. So that was one of the feature essential oils in here, along with geranium essential oil, which I love geranium essential oil. Now, there's several types. There's bourbon geranium, there's rose geranium, there's geranium that comes all over from different areas of the world. But our geranium has a nice, rosy, sweet hint of minty scent, which is what I'm smelling right now in spring. So they all kind of look a lot alike, even though each bar is individual. And the geranium is another wonderful anti-inflammatory. I can't wait to cut these up. And as you all know, a lot of people grow geraniums on their front porch areas to keep mosquitoes and bugs away, as taught to do. And the beautiful rose, you know, all different colors, but rose could be one, and a rosy color. Just reminds you of that green herbaceous and that floral note. So geranium is really a prize one in here. I haven't worked with geranium in a soap in quite some time, so I was really happy to bring it back. I also believe that it's a very feminine scent. Herbaceous, floral, feminine scent, and can be used pretty nicely with as aromatherapy for women who are in menopause, postmenopause, for the aromatherapy benefits. And go research that one. And then another essential oil, which a lot of people don't hear often, is Palmarosa. And Palmarosa is in the blue clay soap. I do believe it's in one of the facial creams, but or used to be. But Palmarosa is one of my favorites. It's in the family of geranium as well too. And so it also provides that sweet floral rosy geranium scent, and it's a really nice tonic for the skin. It's really great for skin issues, and that's why we started using it in some of our skin formulas, our facial formulas, due to its really wonderful properties. Isn't this pretty cool? My first soap cutter, I won. I only had $10 in my bank account, and this was years ago. And there was a soap group, and every month they would you would put in $10 for a draw to win one of Bud Hafner's log cutters. And back then they were made out of wood instead of metal. And I just prayed, crossed my fingers. I really needed it. My hands were already starting to feel from all of the hand cutting. I wanted the bars to look more uniform, more professional, and I won. The best $10 I ever spent. So when I outlived my wood log mold, I immediately went and bought a metal one, upgraded as Bud grew and upgraded. I bought this for our business. So I'm excited to have it. The girls are happy. Of course, it took them a while to figure out how to use it. I think they prefer me cutting the soap and working with the strings. These are beautiful soaps, guys. The smell is amazing. Oh, I can't wait to release these next week. I'm thinking about like a little set. I don't want to tell you. Well, I'll tell you. So I'm working on, let me just show you. I have it covered because I'm waiting for one ingredient to arrive today. But you see how beautifully blue that is? That is butterfly pea flowers and violets. And I'm making a new eye gel that can be used on your face, not just necessarily on your eyes, but violets are amazing for eye care. And then I don't know if I'm going to do a serum or a facial cream. We're on the fence on that one, but we'll be working on that this week. I'm excited. Can't wait to share that with you all. I have, this one left here. And let's see, what other, let me go back to our essential oil. We use no fragrances, guys. This is all top-notch quality essential oils. Most of them are organic. I'm just looking at my list because I made sure, I just wrote down the profile so I could look at it. All right, so flat cedar, I grew up in, up north Wisconsin, and flat cedar grew everywhere. And you could just take your hands and just touch the leaf, and the smell, the sharp, fresh green, herbaceous, minty smell of the leaf always just like opened me, like my person, my spirit, made me feel centered. Well, our flat cedar is also used in our ceremonies. It's one of the 4 sacred herbs. So in this one, I put the cedar leaf to bring out just that joy, that sacredness of us coming into spring and planting seeds. And I mean, not only like your gardens, but planting the seeds of you coming alive after winter, after the white blanket is lifted and everything starts emerging. We do too. Plants aren't the only one who emerge. Oh, guys, I gotta tell you this. As I'm there, I'm thinking about this. So only for a few months a year, I can put my bird feeder out because I think you all know, I've mentioned it many times, I'm in bear country. My woods backs up onto the Continental Divide, the Blue Ridge Escarpment, and many bears travel down to find food, acorns, so forth, through my backyard. And last night, I decided just to watch a movie, and I told myself, Cindy, you left the bird feeder out, and you've been telling yourself that the risk of a bear coming. So I'm watching a movie and I hear my bird feeder move. You could hear it. You could hear it. So I quick ran down to this door over here, turned on the light, opened the door, and it was like, I'm saying, the biggest bear I have ever seen in my 8 years living here. Like, well, way over 450. He was huge. I'm 5'3". He stood here. He was big and he was slow. And I'm telling you, I rigged up my bird feeder. No other bear has been able to take the bottom plate off. Whoop. He was majestic, unbelievable. And he looked at me. We were 10 feet away from each other, maybe even less. And he just slowly started walking down the path to the woods and hid behind a tree. So at that point, you know, I'm not going to try to yell or hit an air horn, which doesn't work, guys. It just tells your neighbors there's a bear out. And I went upstairs and grabbed my herbal tea and sat on my front porch and watched him in the dark just meander at my neighbor's house, under her window. He was above her window. He was so huge. We have a bear group that we text, like, where's the bear at? So I let everyone know, get your bird feeders in, because he is big. So I fixed my bird feeder again today, but it's coming in as soon as I'm done doing work down here today. I don't want to entice, even though they all know, the bears know, every single one that has its territorial rights in this area knows that I feed the birds. So, I mean, it's a delicate balance. Some people wish I didn't, but many of my neighbors do feed their critters. So I just have to use really thoughtful consideration that I don't want to attract the bear into my yard every night, even though chances are they're using the back of my woods to come on into our neighborhoods. And the whole woods area surrounds the Blue Ridge Escarpment. So they don't necessarily always come through my footbridge over our running creek of fresh mountain water. They do have other avenues to walk up and visit neighbors. But everybody's motion lights were being tripped last night. And Miss Bit was not happy. But in her old age, she didn't get off the porch. She didn't bark. Well, she barked. I'm sorry. She barked a lot. But she listened to me very carefully. And I told her that big boy would take it, would end her life. In just one swap. I mean, I could go on and on about this bear. It was a blessing, an honor that I saw him. And his grandness, such a blessing. Yeah. So, guys, I don't know, maybe I'll do a giveaway. We did make about 44 bars. This is going to be a special limited edition because it's honoring spring equinox. So, as amazing as it is, if I want to show you what happens. If we cut these soaps a different way, which we would waste a lot of material. Isn't that amazing? I always see images of birds in mine. Kati was waves and hearts. Rachel, I haven't distinguished yet, but I'm going to start paying attention to see what shows up in her soaps as she's helping me make them. That is gorgeous, guys. Oh, I'm really, really looking forward to I started beets in my garden, but I think I'll need to reseed. We're going to be 17 tonight, 19. We're in a freeze. I've got to go cover up my flowering plants. My peonies are coming up. My bleeding hearts. They're frost tender. So I want to protect them. And my roses. My roses look amazing this year. I planted 2 new bushes. One 3 years ago, one 2 years ago. And they're just going to be stellar this year. But they're small, and so I'm going to protect them. All right, so I'm done here. I appreciate you just coming along and soaping with me, or cutting soap today. I hope you look forward to our release of the Spring Soiree. It's going to be probably single. You can buy the soap, and then we'll maybe have a package deal with the beautiful facial care. I hope everyone has a great day. Blessings. Stay tuned.